One of the most common questions I get from players is, won't building my personal brand distract me from my football? The short answer, not at all. In fact, if you do it right, it will only help. Time isn't actually the real issue. Let's be very, very clear. There are two types of players who ask this question. One type of player are the ones who actually have zero spare time. They work 8 to 10 hours a day, they train for 2+ hours, they commute both ways, and barely squeeze in some type of meal during the day. Then there are the ones, most of you, who say they're too busy, but they'll also spend 2+ hours scrolling TikTok every night. If you're in the first category, fair enough, more power to you. You are a grinder, a savage, and you deserve all of the good that is coming your way. I still believe that you would benefit from personal branding, but that's up to you and your lack of spare time. Unfortunately, though, most players are in the second category. And for those of you watching, building a personal brand is one of the most valuable investments you can make for your career now and for your future. You don't have excuses. You have a ton of time. You only have that dead time that could be actually used for building the ideal future version of yourself. Think about it. Brand content can open doors to sponsors, ad revenue, business opportunities, and a network of connections you wouldn't have otherwise. This also applies to team contracts, media opportunities for the team, and diehard fans that could, in the future, become customers later down the road. Hint, it's happened to me before. For the pro players watching this, you definitely don't have an excuse. I've been in your shoes, and I can tell you, it gets really, really boring after a while of just doing absolutely nothing for half of the day. Because realistically, this is what a professional's schedule actually looks like. Let's say you train, you have to report at 7 or 8 a.m. arrival, and you're usually done with training, weights, whatever you have by 12 or 1 at the latest. Maybe you little cool down, film, home by let's say 2 p.m. That's it. Then you're done. So between 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. when you go to bed, what else are you going to do? That's a lot of hours in the day that you could be allocating towards building your future self. So what do you do from 2 o'clock? Watch Netflix, play video games? Do you scroll on your phone? You've got so much hours of open time, and this is where your brand can grow. Building a brand doesn't have to fight your football. It can integrate with it. So let's imagine a case study, a totally fake one, but an unrealistic scenario where you are the type of player that spends every single other free moment of your day watching film. You come home at 2 and you're a pro and you have until 10 p.m. So that's 8 hours of extra time. And let's say for the sake of this conversation, you watch 8 hours of film every single day of the week. What do you think would happen if you simply got really clear about who you were and what type of future you wanted to have, and then you got a Loom subscription and you just hit record and filmed yourself commentating out loud the games that you are watching on your computer? You get a $100 mic, talk through your analysis, post it on YouTube, clips on TikTok or Instagram. Suddenly you're not just a player anymore. You're a creator, a thinker, most importantly, a leader. Coaches, sponsors, and fans will start to notice in time, and you'll be respected for your game knowledge and the ability to break down the finer details in a match. This is a scenario that I have seen many, many times. Not the 8 hours of game film, don't worry, but this is the case for myself, guys like Michael Cunningham, guys like Matt Sheldon, who have that extra time and decide to take advantage of it. For me, this isn't a distraction. This example is extreme leverage. The good thing is, it's easier than you think. Yes, it does take some startup. You'll need to answer the key questions. Who are you? What do you value? What's kind of your why, your how, and your end goal? So your purpose, your vision, and your mission. But it's not a 40-hour per week grind. It's a 30 to 40 minutes a day for maybe a week or two to get everything really clear. Then you can operationalize that into the content you create. Then you have a clear foundation. From there, content creation becomes simple and authentic. It's just digitizing who you already are. The thing that I like to say is it's the digitization of your reputation. I'm not saying that you should be an influencer either. You don't have to vlog your every move. Personal branding is not about quote unquote showing off. It's about digitizing your reputation, capturing your identity, your values, and your vibe in a way that the outside world can actually see and relate through content and services and products. And when you do that, it doesn't take away from your football, it strengthens it. It builds trust, creates visibility, and positions you for opportunities both in and out of the game. I have seen so many players who have started to build their personal brands and they become so attractive to teams because that many more fans all of a sudden become fans of the team themselves. They get more ticket sales, they have way more marketability, and they can put that player's face over all of the socials. And there's an immediate connection for the fans of that player to the fans of that team. So, will building your personal brand distract you from football? No, it's in fact the exact opposite. Done right, it amplifies your career. So, the question you should be asking is, why haven't you started yet?